from back in 1977, the second time these teams have met. The only time these teams have met was in the 1977 WPIAL semifinal. We are underway. Newcastle has deferred. Indians will get the ball to start things off. Indians red helmets, white jerseys, red pants. Newcastle white helmets, red jerseys, red pants. Indians will start off at their own 30-yard line. Devin Harris, the quarterback. Harris in the shotgun. Come out throwing, swing pass this way. Has a pass complete up across the 30, 35. Out to about the 38-yard line. Corey Pitts with the reception. Indians will pick up 8 and a second down and 2. Word of the year for the Indians is youth. Graduating a lot of seniors. But still, they have enough core kids coming back. Second down and 2. Again, Harris in the shotgun. Back to his right, slot right. And Indians will keep it on the ground. We'll get the first down across the 40-yard line, out to the 42. Dorian P. Picks up 4. And that's a Penn Hills first down. Again, only the second time these teams have ever met. Indians 1-0 in this series, a 14-2 win in 1977. And the Indians' first trip up here to Taggart Stadium. P, second man through, follows the blocks. We'll get 2 up to the 44. Pass complete, close to midfield, across midfield into Newcastle territory, down to the 49-yard line. The Indians' Corey Pitts. Looks like about 9, and another Penn Hills. No, he's going to be short. He was held to no gain on the prior play. Picks up 8. It'll be 9. Picks up 3rd and 1. Pass complete. It'll be a first down for the Indians. Pitts at the 44-yard line. Harris doing a fine job on the short passing attack. Nice job of getting rid of the ball quickly. And Dorian P to Harris's right. Twins to the far side, slot to the right. Single receiver this way, that's Pitts. And it'll be P. And Newcastle does a nice job to stack the line and hold him for no gain. And it brings up a second down and 9. Taylor in motion left to right. Swing pass right side for P. P looks at some blocks. And a nice tackle on the far side of the field, holding him to a pickup of about 4 yards. It was Chase Lemon. And brings up a third down, and I'll call it 7. He with the reception will be held short of the first down. 8 at 7, we'll get 6. Be interesting to see what the Indians do at the 36-yard line. I'm going to guess they'll keep the offense on the field. I got to tell you, got to give a lot of credit to our camera person, Sam. She's looking directly into the sun while trying to follow this place. Harris with twins to his left. He'll keep it this way. Quarterback keeper all the way. We'll get the first down. Gets tripped up. Nice play to save a lot of yardage was Gianni Molina. But Harris does pick up the first down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 4. Molina got the paw in just to trip him up. Got a hand on the foot. Harris had some room in front of him. Stops him for the 4-yard pickup, but the Indians do have a fresh set. First down at the Newcastle 32-yard line. Trips to the right. P to Harris's right. And it'll be P. Cuts back. And the aforementioned Molina with the tackle after a pickup of 1. Ford comes in motion this way. Lines up behind Taylor to the right. Harris will throw. Downfield, has a man. And is unable to connect with Jason Taylor. Jay Sean got turned around. Ball's incomplete. Now 3rd down and 9. Taylor was there. He cut left and the ball went right. Oh, and thank you, Clouds. Or Cloud. Desir Green Lindsay came in motion this way. Harris throws right side. It's complete to P at the 30-yard line. It's only a pickup of 1, but there is a holding call. I think Newcastle might decline and bring up the 4th and 9. But I don't know if that's me. I would probably take it, accept the penalty. Make it a 3rd and even longer. Yep, they will, in fact, accept the penalty. First one of the game, first one of the season. Gives us a 3rd and 19. Empty backfield for Harris. Trips to his right, looks left, pass underneath. Michael Ford with some blockers in front, gets inside to 30, smacked down at the 28-yard line. Picks up 14, and now it'll be a makeable 4th down for the Indians with 4th and about 5. Clock rolling, 4:45 to go here in the opening quarter. Penn Hills, Newcastle. Week 0 of the 2025 WPIAL season. Great to have you along. Harris tries the pooch kick. I don't know if it was blocked or if he missed it. But the Indians turn the ball over on downs to Newcastle with 4:24 to go. Newcastle will start at their own 27. No, excuse me, they're going to mark it to start at their own 32. Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Marino Graham keeps it himself. Picks up 3. Castle to the outside, has a first down. Penalty flag comes in up the sideline. Finally pushed out of bounds is Jermaine Walker. No, I don't see it. They picked up the flag. That'll be first down Newcastle at the 40-yard line. .34-yard pickup, and Newcastle in business. Lemon in motion this way. And coming up on the sack was Jelani Valentine. Graham brought down back at the 46-yard line. Big hole this way, down to the 32-yard line. Chase Lemon. Finally brought down by Desir Green-Lindsey. Not until he gets to the 32-yard line. Picks up 14. And it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Hurricane. Graham was looking for the swing pass on the left side to Johnny Taylor, but a false start will mark him back 5 yards. That'll be 3rd and 6. Pass complete. First down inside the 20, down to about the 18-yard line. Johnny Taylor. Picks up 13 and a first down for Newcastle. Pass complete underneath. Down to about the 11-yard line. It's Kai Cox. Second down, Newcastle at the Penn Hills 12. Now Mark went to 13. They try the jet sweep, broken up, and then finally brought down by Green Lindsay. A loss of 5. Close to the first down on the keeper. Goes Graham. All right, we'll give him the first down. Tristan Davis, the first one to hit up. Valentine will finish him off. Loss of a yard, and the quarter will expire. After one, we are scoreless. Penn Hills, Newcastle on the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Each team with one possession in that fast-moving first quarter. Newcastle still on their opening drive. High snap. Graham fools everybody, keeps it himself down to the 6-yard line. Looked like they had Walker wrapped up, but Graham kept it himself. Has Newcastle knocking on the door. Graham's going to throw. Looks towards the end zone. A pass complete. And the Indians bring him down close to the 2-yard line. Chase Lemon Now it'll be 4th and goal from the 3-yard line for the Hurricane. And Newcastle will call a timeout with 10:26 to go here in the first half. Indians will be at home next Friday night to host the Woodland Hills Wolverines, who are in a dogfight at the Wolverine with North Allegheny. 22-20. North Allegheny in the third quarter. High snap. And Graham makes it look easy, goes into the end zone. Indians were there. They were just unable to bring him down. And Newcastle strikes first with 10:19 to go here in the first half. I think Newcastle is going to fake the point after. Omar Thomas lining up to kick it. Brandon Brothers is the holder. But a penalty against the Hurricane will mark him back 5 yards. Newcastle will kick this time. And the kick is blocked. Goes across the line of scrimmage, so unable to return it are the Indians. But the score remains. 10:19 to go, first half. Newcastle 6, Penn Hills nothing here on the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Again, for those of you watching, and there are a substantial number of you, if you've not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. It is free. And you get heads up on all our future broadcasts. We will be on air again next Friday night against Woodland Hills. Newcastle tries the onside kick. Ball was bobbled for a moment, but the Indians do come up with it. Braylon Carter. Not sure if it was an intentional onside kick. Carter did a nice job to come up and get on the football. So the Indians will start at the 42-yard line. Only their second possession of this game, each team with one possession. Indians keep it on the ground. A penalty flag comes in. If the play stands, Pitts will have a pickup of about 6. And there's an injured Indian on the field. It's Michael Ford. Here's the play will come back. Two penalties, false start, and a hold. Or an illegal shift, I should say. First down and 20 for the Indians back at their own 32-yard line. Indians will keep it on the ground. We'll pick up 7. That's Dorian P., and there's a little bit of an altercation on the sideline to the near side. Can't see what happened. If we can catch it in the replay here. We won't. Like a case of some over-exuberance. But it'll be a dead ball personal foul against the Indians. So it should be 2nd and 28, I would estimate. Harris steps up into the pocket. Tries to go left. He is pursued to see if Red in front of him. And he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Pickup of 2. Indians started this drive at the 42-yard line, not helping themselves. A holding call and a personal foul call. So now it'll be 2nd down. And another penalty. Against the Indians. Indians tagged for holding. And look at Mark back at the 12-yard line. Indians without Carter Bonner tonight. Indians on to delay. Out to the 17-yard line, a pick up of 5. Dorian P, and that'll be 3rd, and Beaver Falls to go. Third and 35 for the Indians. Ball at the 17. Indians just get the playoff. Swing pass left side for a P is incomplete. And the punting unit will come on. Indians would like to take that drive back. Indians punt, gets across the 40. We'll take an Indian roll across the 50. And go dead at the 45-yard line. Nice punt by the Indians' Jesse Truman. Now Newcastle with great field position at their own 45-yard line with 8:50 to go. Indians unable to solve Marino Graham in that first drive. See what they do here with the second drive of the game for the Hurricane. Proctor will move to Graham's left. And it'll be Proctor. They'll fight ahead for 2. Proctor again has a lane and gets inside the 50 to the Indians' 47-yard line. Pickup of 6. And Hurricane with a 3rd and 2. A lot of time in this half. Clock running, approaching 7.5 to go. Graham's going to throw. Down the sideline, has a man in a pass way overthrown. Had Marquise Wise in a foot race, step for step, with Corey Pitts. And now it'll be 4th and 2. I would think Newcastle will keep their offense on the field. They run a 4th down play here. It's going to be Graham all the way. Just my take. Newcastle will send trips to the right. Single receiver this way is Wise. Yeah, Newcastle will use their second time out of the half. 7:26 to go, second quarter. Newcastle 7, Penn Hills nothing here on the Indians Football Network. Wolverines up 26-22 after 3 against North Allegheny. Newcastle lines up as if they're going to punt. Not so sure they will. They may try to draw the Indians off sides. Newcastle does indeed kick. Line drive kick, bobbled at the 15-yard line. Coming this way is Pitts. And he'll be brought down at the 25-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Brandon Brothers of Newcastle. So Newcastle goes 3 and out after an impressive opening drive. They need to take over with 7:16 to go at their own 25. Remarkable, it's a 24. Low snap, Harris, swing pass left side to Pitts. Has 2 Hurricane in front of him. And they'll bring him down after a loss of 1. Be second down and 11. Again, the Indians without Carter Bonner, the junior. Sitting this one out tonight. Jay Sean Taylor comes this way. Harris steps up into the pocket, looks for somewhere to go. And Newcastle is there to slam him down. Damian Harrison brings him down at the 21-yard line, and a host of flags come in. Didn't quite see what happened after the play. I don't know if we'll be able to catch it here. It looked like Brandon Benjamin came in and threw some guys off of Harris. And they're going to call offsetting penalties here. So there was a reason why Benjamin went in to protect his quarterback. So the loss of 2 stands. It's 3rd and 13. And Penn Hills will call a timeout with 6:19 to go in the half. With the Indians looking at a 3rd down. Following timeout, the Indians, 3rd down. Harris looks for somewhere to go, and he'll be sacked back at the 14-yard line. Penalty flag will come in. I'm going to guess that's a holding call, and it'll be declined. So Jesse Truman will come on to punt once again. Truman's kick high, short. Takes a Newcastle, bounce at the 30, and the Indians will down it there. Newcastle start at the Penn Hills 30-yard line with 6:04 to go here in the half. Newcastle in the driver's seat here. They're up 7-0 with the ball, and they get the ball to start half number 2. Excuse me, it's 6-0. Graham pass this way underneath. Has a man down close to the 20-yard line. Be a pickup of 9 for Kai Cox. 2nd down and 1. Walker to Graham's left. And a penalty flag comes in at the line. False start against Newcastle. Second down and 6. Nothing doing there for Jermaine Walker. He'll lose a couple of yards. Corey Pitts to come up to make the play. Third down and 8 for the Hurricane. Graham bobbles the snap. The Indians are there. He fights his way out of it. But the Indians are able to hold on to him and finally bring him down. After a loss of about 4. And then a late hit by Newcastle will come in and penalty called. So a dead ball foul will cost Newcastle 15 and a chance of going for it on fourth down because the 15-yarder will mark them back to the Penn Hills 48-yard line, where it will be 4th and 28. They're going to keep the offense on the field. And Newcastle will use their final timeout. Timeout coming with 4:17 to go here in the first half. Omar Thomas will punt. Indians, nice rush. High kick. Caught at the 15-yard line. Looking for somewhere to go is Pitts. Has a blocker in front of him. Chased from behind. Will get across the 25, dive ahead, out close to the 29-yard line. So the Indians have 4:04. 2 timeouts. Trying to get back into this game. Pitts fights his way ahead out to the 33-yard line. He'll pick up 4. Indians with a 2nd down and 6. Corey Pitts getting looked at on the sideline. Looks like cramps. Hydrate all week, kids. Don't wait for game day. And Dorian P. to the 35 for another yard. He once again will fight ahead. We'll have the first down. Clock running, 2:10 to go here first half. First down Indians. Just shy of their own 40-yard line. Pass this way. Pitch back in. We'll fight ahead for 6. First down, Indians. Harris connecting with Jay Sean Taylor. Get down to the 47-yard line of Newcastle. Brain Lindsay in the slot. That'll be P. Dorian close to 2. And the Indians will use a timeout. We'll have one left. Coach Jones out there reminding the kids clock is a factor here. And the Indians need to move with some alacrity. .102 on the clock. Harris with an empty backfield. Looks left side, has a man. Pass complete, out of bounds. After a pickup of about 3. Indians Michael Ford. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 now for the Indians. Clock was stopped with 56 seconds, but the Indians still moving quickly. Harris flushed out of the pocket this way, throws towards the sideline, has a man, and a pass caught by the Indians. I don't know how Ford brought it in, but he'll go down close to the 40-yard line for a pickup of 7. And that's a first down. Oh, it's not a first down, excuse me. It was just a pickup of 2. So it's a 4th down and 4. We'll call it 5. 4. With 34 seconds to go. He needs no timeouts left. Get a first down. Clock will stop for the moment. Out of bounds would be helpful. In such an instance here with the 4th down, whole field is open to you. Harris will keep it himself. Will have the first down. Inside the 35 will go out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Picks up 9 on the scamper. And a first down for the Indians. That will stop the clock. But a penalty flag back at the 42-yard line. I don't know. I didn't see it. So now it's 4th and 14 with 28 seconds to go. Chase Gonzalez moved to Harris's left. lot of room in front of Harris. Had a chance to get rid of it. Did not. Brought down from behind after a pickup of 2. And the Indians will turn the ball over on downs with 19.7 seconds to go. Castle will take over at their own 49-yard line. No timeouts left, not a lot of time. They get the ball to start the second half, so they might as well try for something here. They can get some points on the board before halftime. That'll be even bigger for their choice to defer. Graham will take a knee. And the clock will run out. After one half of play, Newcastle 6, Penn Hills nothing. Second half action coming your way next. You're watching the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.
down there looking the regular corner, couldn't find it.
Second half action about to get underway here at Taggart Stadium in Newcastle, Pennsylvania, with the score Newcastle 6 and Penn Hills nothing. Some stats to go over here in the next minute and a half before half number 2 starts. First downs, Penn Hills leads 5-3. Rushes 14. Attempts for Penn Hills 26 yards, 12 carries, 30 yards for Newcastle. Passing yards 60 for Penn Hills, 47 for Newcastle. 86 total yards for the Indians, 77 for the Hurricane. The Hurricane lead 6-0. Some individual stat leaders rushing wise, Dorian P. for the Indians, 10 carries, 29 yards. And for Newcastle, Jermaine Walker, 3 carries for 18. Marino Graham, 5 for 14. And the lone touchdown of the game. Marino Graham for Newcastle, 6 of 7, 47 yards. For the Hurricanes, Devin Harris is 11 of 13 and 60 yards for Penn Hills. Newcastle will get the ball to start off half number 2. The only touchdown coming in quarter number 2 on Newcastle's opening drive. Graham, the 2-yard run. 12 plays, 68-yard drive for Newcastle. Both teams with impressive opening drives. The Indians turned it over on downs after a long drive, and then Newcastle went to 68 yards. And after that, nobody really did anything. Penn Hills with a nice drive late, but they were held on downs by Newcastle late. Newcastle took a knee, took it to the locker room. And we are going to be out here for half number 2. Indians will be home next Friday night to host the Woodland Hills Wolverines, who lost tonight at home to North Allegheny. So the Indians will be hosting an unhappy Woodland Hills squad next Friday night. Come on out for the home opener. Indians kickoff team coming on. Jesse Truman, the junior goalkeeper for the soccer team, will set it up at the 40-yard line. Well, the sun has dipped below the horizon. We are much happier here in the booth as we don't have the sun shining directly in our faces. Now we can see. Chase Lemon and Kai Cox back deep for Newcastle. And we are underway here in half number 2. Nice kick. I'll take Lemon back to the goal line, and the Indians will drop him at the 18-yard line. And Lemon felt that one. we bring bugs? Newcastle, worst of the night for the Red Hurricanes. They keep it on the ground. And Walker will get out across the 12-yard line. The officials did see the grasp of the jersey. It was only got across the 20-yard line. You can see it right there. I'll mark him back to the 9-yard line. You'd think they would mark it at the 8 for the 10-yard penalty, but they mark it at the 9. Well, they called half the distance to the goal penalty. That would be why. Toss, right side, some room. But the Indians close quickly. Red Hurricanes get the penalty yards back. Get out to the 20-yard line. Graham will throw. Has a man down the sideline and a pass out of bounds. That will bring up a 3rd down and 8 for Newcastle. Corey Pitts was step for step. Marquise Wise. Graham rolls this way, looks, throws underneath, has a man, pass complete. And we'll get a 1st down to the Hurricanes out to the 33-yard line. Kai Cox with the reception and the yardage. First down, Newcastle at their own 33-yard line. 3rd quarter. Clock running just under 11 minutes to go here, 3rd quarter. Graham. Submarined at the 32-yard line, goes down for no gain. Chase Gonzalez comes up to make the tackle. That'll be 2nd down and 10. Pass underneath. Complete. Close to a 1st down, but just short. Will be Kai Cox. I'll make it 3rd and a yard. Newcastle burning Penn Hills with that slant. Graham flushed this way, chased. We'll have the first down across the 45-50, out of bounds in Penn Hills territory at the 48-yard line. Marino Graham scrambles for 10 and a first down for Newcastle. Proctor underneath, inside the 45, down inside the 40. I'll mark him at the 40-yard line. I'm going to put him at the 39. We'll mark him at the 40 for a pickup of 8. And another second down and short for Newcastle. Drive began back at their own 18-yard line to start the second half. Graham throws. A little too hard and behind Chase Lemon. Now third down and 2. Very clean game so far. No turnovers. Bunch of penalties. But you may expect that in the opening week of the season. Indians Aaron Bradley limps to the sideline. We'll have a cramp. Stop the clock with 8:47 to go. Newcastle will be able to discuss it over on the sideline. What they're going to do on 3rd and 2. They're up 6-0. Marino pitch to Walker. This way we'll have the first down. Tackle from behind. Jelani Valentine. Your first down at the 36-yard line. Graham cuts to the outside, has the lane inside the 25, roll out of bounds at the 22-yard line. 14-yard scamper. And another Newcastle first down. Graham keeps it himself inside the 20, 15. We'll have a first and goal at the 9-yard line. Newcastle, I believe, will call the timeout. I think somebody called a timeout, but nothing's marked on the scoreboard. Clock is running. Apparently there's an official timeout. New quarterback in. Will keep it himself. Travis Wetzel. No gain. I don't know, was Marino Graham injured on that play? Went off with a leg cramp, we've been told here in the booth. Travis Wetzel still in at quarterback for Newcastle. As Walker to his left. High snap. That's going to be a false start against the Hurricane. Graham back in a quarterback. Rolls this way, throws underneath, has a man complete at the 10-yard line, cuts inside the 5, close to the end zone. Does he get in? Yes, he does. Chase Lamont. Gets in from 14 yards out. Newcastle up 12-0. Fireworks go off in here at Taggart Stadium. Love it. Graham again to high snap. Rolls to his left. The Indians are there. Will scramble inside to the 5. Tries to shuffle pass into the end zone. It's incomplete. And the score remains Newcastle 12, Penn Hills nothing. Touchdown coming with 5:56 to go here in the third quarter. Penn Hills yet to touch the ball here in the half. 13-play, 82-yard drive for the Hurricanes. 6 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. They use half the third quarter. Now Newcastle up 2 scores. Newcastle doing exactly what they wanted to do. Go out and score on this opening drive. Go up by two scores. All picked up at the 22-yard line. Indians will return it across the 30. And we'll start at the 32. Couple players slow getting up. Indians Michael Ford. And the Hurricanes Marquise Wise. Indians don't get the playoff, and they're already back 5 yards. So 1st and 15, now it's a 27-yard line. Indians coming this way on the ground across the 30, out of bounds across the 35. Chase Gonzalez. Marker with the 38-yard line. Picks up 10. 2nd down and 5. There's a penalty flag at the 30. We're going to mark this one back. On a blindside block against the Indians. Too far ahead. $15-yarder marked off from the 30 would go back to the 15-yard line. Nothing there for the Indians. Again, Indians keep it on the ground. And we'll get 2. Sets up a 3rd and 25 for the Indians. Indians with a false start. Apparently want the challenge at 3rd and 30. Harris flushed, rolls this way, tucks it up under, across the 20. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. They'll give him to 25. Scampers for 11, still far short of the 30 that he needed. So it'll be 4th and 19. And Jesse Truman will come on to punt once again. High snap. Truman. High kick. Gets it away. Makes a lateral bounce, and the Indians will touch it at the 47-yard line. So great field position again for Newcastle, starting in Penn Hill's territory. With 3:35 to go here in the 3rd. Newcastle tagged for the illegal shift. So now Newcastle set back at the 49-yard line. Their own 49-yard line. Graham in the shotgun, Proctor to his left. It'll be Proctor. He needs to run right by him, and Proctor will get to the 50-yard line. And another cramp. That is Proctor. Those are painful, by the way. Proctor helped off the field. Dorian P. out of this game. But he's still involved. He's out there passing the water bottle. A big loss for the Indians, already without Carter Bonner tonight. Bonner with a wrist injury. So Newcastle back out, 2nd and 14. Graham rolls to the right. Wrapped up and brought down for a loss of 1. Wrapping him up, Chase Gonzalez. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 16, and there's another injured Hurricane, and it is the aforementioned Marino Graham. You're impressed by his performance tonight. Just to let you know, he's just a freshman. Wetzel steps in on a 3rd and long. And now it's going to be even longer as the left side of the Newcastle line moves early. High snap, Wetzel under pressure, and he'll be sacked. He'll go down at the 39, at the 34-yard line. And there's another Hurricane slow getting up. Jaden Schaefer, the 6'3 senior. That'll bring up a 4th down. Again, this drive started on the Indians' side of the 50, and Newcastle back and now at their own 34-yard line. And Omar Thomas will come on to punt. Kick. Caught at the 38-yard line. Wrapped up, brought down at the 45-yard line. Corey Pitts. Penn Hills will have the ball with 1:53 to go in the 3rd. But there is a penalty flag standing right in front of that official. Just curious if it may be a course caller. Officials in a discussion near side with coaches Blakeman and Jones. Coach Morris out for clarification. Either way, the Indians have it with 1:53. It's the horse caller against Newcastle, and they're calling a hold against Penn Hills, and it gets marked off against Penn Hills. which is why the coaches were perplexed. So they'll mark it back to the 33-yard line. They wave off the personal foul against Newcastle and assess the hold against Penn Hills. Harris keeps it himself, looks for some blockers, and drowns in a sea of red. We're up down back at the 29-yard line for a loss of 4. Keeping our eye on Aaron Bailey for the Indians. They brought the stretcher to the sideline for him. He seems to be in a bit of discomfort. Bailey, the 6'5", 250-pound junior lineman of the Indians. Indians around the left side. Get up to the 35-yard line. Michael Ford. I'll mark him to 34. Picks up 5. 45 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Clock is running. Ford comes this way. Harris flushed. And scampers out of bounds. At the 33. Loses a yard. Does he? No. We're going to mark him up. No, they will bring it back now. He's out of bounds at the 29. So he loses 5. Loses the 5 that Ford picked up. Now it's 4th down. And they just get the kick away. Nice booming kick will send Newcastle back to their own 30. And the Indians will thwart the advance at the 43-yard line, and a late penalty flag comes in. Newcastle will have the ball with 10 seconds to go in the quarter. I know it's going to be a personal foul, but on who? Oh, holding against Newcastle. Oh, the way it looked like it was going to be a late hit. It's blocking the back. Yeah, and a late hit against Penn Hills. So they'll mark it off against Newcastle, then mark it off against Penn Hills. And Newcastle will get the ball at the 48-yard line. All that, and this should be the final play of the third quarter. Officials discussing on the far sideline. A lot of discussing going on. Officials conferring with the players now. They're telling them to behave. Say, let's stop the shenanigans, fellas. Let's play some ball. Wetzel still in a quarterback for Newcastle. He's going to throw, has a man, and he had Wayne Davis open, and he'd still be running. But they can't connect. It's incomplete. Clock stops with 6 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. High snap. Wetzel's going to keep it himself. And we'll pick up 4 yards. And the quarter will wind down. We'll switch sides, which won't be a far walk since we're already in the middle of the field. We'll go to the 4th quarter with the score. Newcastle 12, Penn Hills nothing. Here on the Penn Hills Indians Football Network. Well, if the question on the chat is the offsetting penalties, if that was on the hold and the blocking it back and the personal foul, well, the blocking it back happened during the play, so that will be assessed. And the personal foul late hit is a dead ball foul, which will also be assessed. So they do not offset in such an instance. Again, if you've not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. Doesn't cost you anything. It's free. No obligation. And you'll be made aware anytime we broadcast, upload. Wetzel down the sideline, has a man, and a pass almost caught. It was intended for Damian Harris. Michael Ford on the coverage. No flag on the play. That one could have gone either way. Flag or no flag. That's when they called no flag because the Newcastle receiver kind of came back and into Ford. But it's 4th down, and again, Newcastle wasting an opportunity at getting the ball at midfield again. Got the ball at the 46-yard line of Penn Hills. Went 3 and out. Got the ball at their own 48 and now going 3 and out. Kick will hit it to 25. Pretty much go dead. We'll roll to the 23-yard line. Penn Hills with an opportunity again here, quarter number 4. They're trailing 12-0. 11:43 to go. Again, the Indians offense without some big guns tonight. Carter Bonner not going to play tonight, nursing a sore wrist. And Dorian P. is not dressed for the second half. Harris will swing it out this side. And Corey Pitts will get across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Picks up 9. Pitts is hit as soon as he hauls that one in. There'll be no gain. Back to lose a yard. Well, 3rd and 2. Harris rolled throws. They're going to say the pass was complete. Nice catch on the far side by Desir Green Lindsay, but it's for no gain, and it's 4th down. Indians quickly go 3 and out. Truman gets the kick away, bounces. Inside the 35, out of bounds at the 31. Nice kick by Truman. Newcastle will take over there with 10:01 to go here in quarter number 4. They lead 12-0. Newcastle moves back to the 22-yard line. That's a 9-yard loss. Had high snaps all night. This one got away. Fortunate for Newcastle that it was not the first turnover of the night in this game. Another high snap. Wetzel, nice job to haul it in. Takes off, picks up 2. Wetzel. Sort of the shuffle pass. Or maybe a yard. Lamont will haul it in, but it's fourth down, and Newcastle now goes 3 and out. Newcastle will kill about 2 minutes of the clock on this drive. They should milk this all the way down if they could. Play clock's at 12. Should try to snap it about 2. No, they do it at about 9. Kick away. Hits it to 50. Hauled in at the 38-yard line and slammed down there are the Indians. They'll give them progress at the 35. The Penn will take over with 7:46 to go. Start at their own 35. They trail by 12. Harris takes off. Picks up 2. Clearly, the Indian offense is going to need to work out some kinks this week. As we go up against Woodland Hills next week. Harris looking, gets the pass away. Has a man but too far and off the fingertips of Wetzel. Gonna bring up a 3rd down and 7. Clock stops with 7:32 to go. Harris launches one, has a man, and a pass hauled in inside the 30-yard line. Dysere Green Lindsay will have it for a 1st down for the Indians' biggest play of the night for either team tonight. As far as yards-wise, it comes down to the 24-yard line. That's a 39-yard reception. Harris loses a handle on it, and the Hurricanes fall on it at the 29-yard line. First turnover of the night in this game for either team. Hurricanes get the break. Newcastle will take over at the 29-yard line. Harris took the snap, went to throw, and just slipped right out of his hands. Devin Harris. The injured Indian. Walker for 2. Again, at this point, Newcastle looking to kill the clock. So run the play clock down. It's another 30 seconds to go. Game clock running at 6:40. Newcastle should just take their time. And if they go 3 and out, they give the ball back to Penn Hills with maybe 3-4 minutes to go. False start will stop the clock. Kai Cox takes the direct snap. They brought down at the 27-yard line. We'll pick up 3, and then there's an injured Indian. Again, appears a case of the leg cramps. And there's also a Newcastle player down as well. Again, hydrate, kids. Drink that pickle juice. LaSalle College High School up 3-0 over Central Catholic, the number 2 and 3 ranked PIAA state teams. Connellsville on top of Latrobe, 28-13. Penn Trafford 27, Norwin 10 in the third. I'm on top of Franklin Regional. Score 28-13. Waynesburg Central 50, West Green 6. That's pretty darn far from where we are right now. Avonworth 35, Burrow 6. Upper St. Clair 35, Mount Lebanon 14. And Dairy beats Ligonier 33-14. Those are all final scores. And then on top of Mount Pleasant 23-21 after 3. Wetzel. Wetzel's going to be sacked. Back at the 15-yard line. And it'll bring up a 4th down. Again, Newcastle snapped the ball with 18 ticks to go on the play clock. I think it ran off another 15 seconds. And the clock will roll under 5 minutes. Newcastle up 12-0. Line drive kick, hits it to 41. We'll take a Newcastle roll. And we'll go dead at the 46-yard line. Penn Hills will have great field position starting on their side, on Newcastle's side of the ball. The Indians trail by 12. There's 4:39 to go. And again, I know Newcastle's up 12-0, but I don't think they helped themselves with that 3 and out. They had the opportunity to kill even more clock, but they didn't. I don't know if it'll come back to bite them or not, but the Indians need to do something with it first, but they have a 1st down at the Newcastle 46-yard line. Devin Hare steps up in the pocket, throws downfield, has Corey Pitts, and a pass incomplete. Little contact, no call, and that was the right call to make, the no call. Nonetheless, a holding call. Well, Mark, the Indians back 10 yards. 1st and 20. Indians not helping themselves tonight with the penalties. And Harris will be sacked at the 40-yard line. Clock rolling under 4 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Some confusion out there on the Indians. It forces them to use a timeout. Now I have 2 left. See if that comes back to hurt them. That field on top of North Hills, 28-23, late in the 4th quarter. End of 3, Plum 28. Franklin Regional 13, Kiski area 21, Knock nothing. A minute to go in the 4th quarter. Score you've been waiting for, Juniata beats Selinsgrove 18-7. Deer Lakes over Keystone Oaks 23-7. And a false start against the Indians. Harris pass complete, close to midfield, shy at the 49-yard line. Coming up with it was Jay Sean Taylor. Harris keeps it himself. Out of bounds. Inside the 45 at the 43-yard line. Scampers for 8. It'll be 4th down for the Indians. Clock stopped. 3:13 to go. Pass incomplete, intended for Michael Ford, but he took a licking over there. Pass incomplete. Indians will turn the ball over on downs. With 3:08 to go. Newcastle will start at their own 43-yard line. Again, Indians will be home Friday night against Woodland Hills. Doesn't get any easier. Extended travel up to North Allegheny. Newcastle keeps it on the ground. Big gain inside the 35, closer to the 30-yard line. Goes Chase Lamont. Pick up a 33. And a 1st down. Clock under 3 minutes. 2:59. Stopped because Lamont went out of bounds. Lamont's still the quarterback. Takes a low snap. But Newcastle calls timeout before the play. Graham back in at quarterback. They tried the little delay handoff to Maurice Moore. Nothing doing there. The Hurricanes will lose 5 yards. But they keep the clock running. Graham. Indians are there this time. Again, we'll lose 2. again, get to kill another 40 seconds here. Penn Hills will use their second timeout at 1:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. So, can anybody look up and let me know, when was the last time the Indians were shut out? Say that's a trivia question of the night, but offhand, I do not recall the answer to that one. Lamont on the little reverse. Penalty flag comes in behind the play. Loses the ball, but they're going to call him down after a pickup of 1. Oh, a holding call, and I would think Penn Hills would decline it and bring up 4th down. Penn Hills will, in fact, decline it and bring up 4th down. But I believe by declining it, they would start the clock again. And the clock remains stopped with 1:47. Kick goes out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Omar Thomas, best kick of the night. Indians at their own 12, 1:41 to go. 1 timeout, trailing by 12. A daunting task ahead, if you ask. Newcastle uses a timeout here. Michael Ford, Jay-Sean Taylor back at quarterback. Throws out this way behind Pitts. And J. Sean Taylor in a quarterback for the injured Devin Harris. Left-handed quarterback throws out this way. Too far for Makai Mosley. Clock stops with 1:34 to go. Again, doesn't get any easier for the Indians. They'll be hosting Woodland Hills. They'll become in a bit PO'd after they lost to North Allegheny tonight. Indians keep it on the ground on a little delay. Picks up 7. And Ford adds to his total for tonight. That'll be 4th down for the Indians. And they bring on the punt team. Indians raised a white flag. Truman gets a nice kick away. Indians will down it at the 42-yard line. Newcastle will take over with 41 ticks on the clock. And the ball at their own 42. Indians 1 timeout left, so Newcastle could just take a knee. The Indians, after punting there, it'll be clear that they're not going to call a timeout at all. After the number of injuries they suffered tonight, they're just going to take the loss, go home and lick their wounds. High snap. Knee taken. Again, very impressed tonight at the performance of Marino Graham, the quarterback of Newcastle. Just a freshman. So you'll be hearing from him in the future. Another play need not be run. Indians started off with an impressive opening drive, but they turned it over on downs after going some 60 yards. Newcastle took the ball over on downs on their first possession. They go 68 yards. Graham runs it in from 2 yards out. It's 6-0. As the fireworks go off here at Taggart Stadium. And that's the way it remained for halftime. Newcastle deferred. They took the opening kickoff in the second half, and they go 82 yards. Chase Lamont, a 14-yard reception from Graham. The pass fails. Newcastle's up 12-0. Midway through quarter number 3, they had a long drive, used up 6 minutes and 4 seconds. And that's all the scoring there was in this one. The Indians clearly have some work to do. Again, get over some injuries, get some players back. I'm not sure if there's been much of a difference tonight with Carter Bonner. Perhaps maybe on defense, perhaps another target on offense. And also the Indians lost Dorian P. tonight. He went out for an injury. They had to play part of the first half and the entirety of the second half without him. So, but again, the Indians fall to 0-1. They have been shut out tonight by a score of 12-0. So the Indians will be home Friday night to take on the Woodland Hills Wolverines. We'll see you there. We'll broadcast time about 6:55 once again. And after that buzzsaw, the Indians will travel up to North Allegheny to take on the Tigers. Very, very difficult first few weeks for the Penn Hills Indians. In fact, it's very difficult all season long for Penn Hills. Once again, from historic Taggart Stadium in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. The Newcastle Red Hurricanes defeat the Penn Hills Indians by a score of 12-0. For our camera girl Sam, I'm Bill Navari. We will see you next Friday night here on the Penn Hills Indians Football Network.